OOTD, my shoes that I wear all the time. You'll see them a lot. Vintage shorts and a vintage top and Double Happiness jewelry. And I got this top for $5. Yay! Woo-hoo. Yes, I did. So, and I think I got these shorts for like $5 too at Goodwill. Okay, so I'm here to talk about a couple things. First of all, my first video that I'm making, I want to do an explanation. Wait, let me just show you this bracelet. It's really cool. I don't know if you can see. Double Happiness jewelry. Okay, so I want to discuss what happened to me. I ran Daisy May PR for years out of New York, really busy, hardworking, never took breaks, and that was like my life and my career, and I really loved it, and I wasn't planning on ever quitting. I mean, I would modify things, I'd probably evolve it, but I wasn't gonna ever quit it, and I was probably never gonna leave New York. So what happened? Because I sit here in California. This is my home. This is my living room. So it was 2013, so it's been 4 years since I've really even worked in this industry. So it was 2013, it was Fashion Week, it was Valentine's Day, it was February Fashion Week. I was working, I had some shows to go to. I was signing a new client that was gonna be awesome, and things were good. Working, life, whatever. And you know, like they say, in one day your entire life can change. Well, one day my entire life changed. So what happened was I started getting headaches behind this eye, and I was getting it wasn't dilating properly. This eye wasn't dilating properly. Like, it wouldn't dilate at the same rate as this eye. And I had a history many years ago of, I actually had a cancerous tumor in this eye in my 20s, and took care of it, radiated it, everything. And that was that, and it was a terrible time in my life, but I got over it and I moved on. So I started getting symptoms again in the same eye. It was Fashion Week, I was working, I was busy, I had a guest in town who was visiting me from Australia. It was actually Valentine's Day, my birthday was coming up in a week, and we were going to Mexico with the family. Busy time of my life, signing new clients, everything. So anyways, to make a long story short, I started getting these like symptoms, and I started getting headaches, and I started getting these problems. So I went to the eye doctor, and the rest is history. So what happened was my cancer came back. I got diagnosed again with cancer again. So that happened. I got diagnosed with cancer. So because I had a previous history of it, we knew who the doctors to go to, and we knew everything. Hi, baby. This is my puppy. She's sitting right here, one of them. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, I love you so much. So anyways, so I got an appointment, an immediate emergency appointment with a specialist, and they took me in on Monday. I was there for 8 hours, getting my dogs, getting my eye looked at. Shush! Okay. Luna and Brooklyn, stop it. Brooklyn! Okay. So anyways, so I ended up getting an appointment on that Monday, and they spent 8 hours looking at me, and they said to me, your cancer's back, and it's an emergency, and it's big, and it's on your optic nerve. It moved, it got like bigger, and we're having emergency surgery as soon as possible. We're getting it taken out. So that was Monday, and as I said, my birthday was coming up. My birthday was on Thursday, and they scheduled me for Thursday on my birthday. It was like the first surgery. That's the days they do surgery. And I spent my birthday having my eye removed. This is not real. This is a fake eye. I had my eye taken out on my birthday. I'm hot. Ugh. And yeah, and it totally like threw me because I hadn't had my cancer for 20 years. Like it had been gone, you know, for 20 years. It was like out of my life, and it had returned. Next thing you know, like I'm in surgery, and my parents flew from California, where they lived, to the East Coast, and they were with me on my birthday. And I had my birthday, my eye being taken out, which is fun. So then they were concerned about it like getting anywhere else, metastasizing, which means spreading, if you don't know the word. So I was really like totally shocked, you know, like not shocked, but just, I don't know, like numb. So I went to California because I wanted to do my medical follow-ups there. Like I wanted to do all my testing in California because it was like the first time in my life that I had left California when I was high school. Like after high school I left, and I didn't think I'd ever move back. So I went back to, but I wanted to be with family. Like I really wanted to be with family really bad. Like I needed them. So I moved home. I went home, and I had a dog named Daisy May, who my company Daisy May PR is named after. She was the love of my life. I love dogs. As you see, I have two. I'll introduce them in a minute. And so she was old though. She was about 14 during this time, and I went home because I needed to get looked at and get all my exams. And while I was home, she stopped eating in New York, and she stopped walking in New York. I was only home for like 2 weeks, and she was at my house with my friend, and she spent like 24 hours she wouldn't eat. So I flew home. I was in the middle of my treatment, but I flew home because I wanted to try and save her life. And I didn't get to save her life. She ended up dying, but at least I was there. It was at home, and it was so terrible. It was so terrible. I didn't have an eye. Like I didn't have an eye for 2 months. I didn't know if I was going to be healthy. I didn't know if I was going to be sick. It was so devastating to me to lose her during this period. So the same time during that period, I had to have like brain MRIs, obviously, and I was getting one done in LA, near my grandma, who is also super old, and like 97 or something, and she was really bad. So I went and visited her like after my MRI in LA, and she just reminded me of like how sick my dog was in a weird way. You know, they were both like at that stage in life, and 8 days later she died like of old age. And so that happened, and like I still didn't even know if I was gonna like live at this time, you know, because I didn't know like if my cancer had spread. I didn't know like anything. Like I was in the middle of all my testing. I was in the middle of all my MRIs. I was in the middle of all my CAT scans. It was like terrible time. So within like a 3-week period, like I got diagnosed with cancer. I lost my eye. I had my birthday. I had to drop my brand new client that I was just signing on. You know, my dog died. My grandma died. I was at my grandma's funeral. Like I didn't even have an eye. Thank God you could wear glasses at funerals. And it was just like such a bad time of life. And I just moved home, and I quit everything. And I just had to move home to California because I just needed to be home. For the first time in my life, I needed to be like taken care of. I was so independent for so long, and so I needed my parents. Like I became a little girl again. I wanted to be with my parents. So I quit and I moved home, and I didn't tell anybody, and it was a mistake. I didn't tell anybody in the industry like why. My dog, she's so sweet. When I'm upset, she comes over and tries to give me love. Anyways, here's my other one. This is my other one. They're gonna go fight right in front of the camera and knock it over. Anyways, I'm making this story long. So I quit, I moved home and I took care of myself. Stop. Well, so I figured that I would do some stories on here, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about like PR tips and about the product, and I'm just gonna make this kind of a fun channel, but also an educational channel, because I spent a long time in that world, and so I think it will be fun to give what I've learned and just let you guys like know about it. So that's it. That's why I quit. That's my explanation. Like, I got cancer and I left to take care of my health, but that was a long time ago, and I'm totally healthy now. So I'm gonna start working. I was never like, even though I had cancer, it wasn't the worst thing about it. Believe it or not, the worst thing was the like losing. This is my eye that I lost. This is not. 1 minute. Stop. Sorry. This is a fake eye that I lost. This is as you can see, if I do a close up, this is not real. It's a fake. And that was the worst part. That was the worst part. That's like how could I just felt like so insecure during that time period. I didn't want anyone to see me. I feel like you would be able to tell, and I just didn't like, I couldn't face anything during that period. I spent a year like this. I spent a year like this with my face covered. I was so, my hair's terrible. I'm gonna fix that up. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. Stop it. So that's it. She has a bone. And that's my story. I'm hot and I'm getting off. Bye.